Now I realize if you really want to change the world, take a nap. You are better at anything you do after a nap. Really, you can really change the world and change your relationship to people in the world.
성공을 위한 채널. 다들 낮잠이 우리에게 좋은 영향을 주는지 아셨나요? 저는 낮잠을 자면 좋은 점이 있는지 몰랐습니다. 찰리 몰리라는 사람은 낮잠의 중요성에 대해 말해줍니다. 찰리 몰리는 세계적인 수면 코치로 낮잠이 우리에게 미치는 영향이 무엇인지, 낮잠이 왜 필요한지에 대해 설명해 줍니다. 우리가 몰랐던 낮잠의 중요성에 대해서 알아봅시다.
When I was in my early 20s, I never used to nap. You know, I used to be like, oh, I'm too busy wanting to change the world. I've got no time for napping. Now I realize if you really want to change the world, take a nap. You are better at anything you do after a nap. Really, you can really change the world and change your relationship to people in the world if you can give yourself time to take a nap. And before we begin, just the definition of a nap. So a nap can be defined as any short period of sleep. And when I'm talking naps, I'm talking between 20 to 60 minutes of sleep. In fact, they found you can get improvements from just a 5-minute nap. So the first amazing benefit of napping is you will live longer. Harvard Medical School found that there was a 37% decrease in heart disease among habitual nappers. They did another study in Switzerland, and what they found was, again, direct correlations between people not dying and those who had naps. Even people who just had one nap a week had a 42% less likelihood. If you want to live longer, take a nap. The next one, this is cool. You will be 34% better at anything after a nap. This study was from NASA. Freaking NASA are studying naps, right? And the reason I can say 34% better at anything was because astronauts have to do loads of different things. So they were giving them 40-minute naps and then testing athletic endurance, cognitive ability, spatial awareness, all these different kind of things. And they found that you were better at pretty much anything, 34% better, after a 40-minute nap. You will be less pissed off after a nap. This is such a cool study. It's all based around this part of the brain called the amygdala. The amygdala, which is the threat center of the brain. It's sometimes called the fear center. After a night of poor sleep or no sleep, so less than 4 hours sleep a night, the next day your amygdala, your threat center, is 60% more reactive. So you are 60% more likely to be pissed off if you didn't sleep well last night. If you can find a way to get a cheeky 1 hour sleep nap, you will reset the amygdala. So you'll go from 60% reactivity to 0. It completely resets it. Let's look at the timing of naps here, right? So when I'm talking about naps, let's keep it 60 minutes or under. You can go up to 90 minutes, but you don't want to go over 90 minutes. If you sleep for more than 90 minutes, you will end up rolling over into deep sleep and you'll wake up with serious sleep inertia. Okay, you will sleep deeper. This is an interesting one. You know, there are a lot of people saying that if you are an insomniac or you have troubled sleep, you shouldn't have naps because it messes with your circadian rhythms, it messes with your serotonin and melatonin levels, you won't be able to sleep at night. As long as your nap meets the 2 golden guidelines, there are 0 contraindications to regular siestas. What are those 2 golden guidelines? Number 1, make sure your nap is 60 minutes or less. Number 2, make sure your nap, this is crucial, make sure your nap finishes at least 6 hours before your intended bedtime. So if you intend to go to bed at midnight tonight, make sure you finish napping by 6 p.m. It's due to something called sleep pressure, which is a biological function of the brain. It's basically the biological function of tiredness. It takes about 6 hours for sleep pressure to build up. So to conclude, napping's really fucking good for you. Please, everybody go and take a nap.
낮잠은 우리에게 있어 많은 이로움이 있습니다. 건강하게 해주고 일의 효율을 올리고 화를 적게 내게 하고 숙면에 도움을 주죠. 이를 통해서 우리는 좀 더 효율적으로 움직이고 빠르게 원하는 목표를 달성할 수 있습니다. 낮에 조금의 시간을 내서 낮잠을 자세요. 그러면 여러분의 건강한 성공에 도움이 될 겁니다. 재미있게 보셨다면 구독과 좋아요 부탁드려요.